What's up, everybody? I'm back with another reaction video. This one is from a channel called Man Reacts. So this video is titled "Women Finally Admit the Good Men Were Right to Walk Away in 2026. Women Taking Accountability." Never seen this before, but I'm curious to see what it's about. Follow his channel. I'd like to give support to the original content creator. I'll have a link to the original video in the description below. Follow me on my channel, Talkative Carl, on YouTube and Twitch, and where I stream games, react to videos, and review content. Without further ado, let's check out the video.
As if we didn't have enough fun trends going around. For some reason, I think there's a trend where women are coming on here and telling the entire world who they won't date and singling out groups of men. And I just want to say that men for so long have been told now why they're not good enough, not tall enough, not fit enough, don't have enough money. All of the many things that women come up with to emasculate or degrade them, that I gotta tell you, they don't care. They don't care anymore, ladies. If you come on here and you're voicing your negativity, they feel like, hey, thanks for letting me know who you are so I can...
It's why we laugh when they talk about the male loneliness epidemic. It's not the men who are lonely. It's the women making those videos and projecting that onto the men they aren't attracted to as some kind of coping mechanism.
Can I just say it's extremely frustrating that no one talks to each other on the street anymore. I just walked out of Whole Foods. There was a guy I was staring at while shopping, and he was staring at me. I was clearly interested in him, giving him all the signs, and he still didn't approach me. But I also didn't approach him, and what does that say about me? I guess I have to be that person in this modern day because men don't pursue women anymore.
You can blame me too for that. You can blame those girls who try to shame dudes for awkward approaches and trying to make little TikTok videos about them to feel like they're the main character of their own little story, think they're so doggone important, like they're so doggone perfect, to shame a dude for simple awkward exchanges, or at least maybe exchanges that he's trying his might to having a conversation with her, but she just probably wasn't feeling that day, but she taking it upon herself to shame the poor dude. Guys just kind of read the writing on the walls and is like, I'm not dealing with that. And if you, I'm sure it's not kosher for girls to go walk up to a guy to shoot their shot. But, most girls can't handle rejection as well as men do. Not sure. I know there are outliers of guys who crash out when you're talking about them. The vast majority of dudes know how to handle rejection because we do it far often. We risk it far often than women do. So when women deal with it, they mentally cannot handle it because they didn't have the callousness built up to be immune to it, or at least be numb to it. You girls broke the social contract. Sure, you might get approached by guys you might generally do not like, but you should embrace all of it, because it's either all or nothing. You can't just expect only the guys that you like to be the ones that do the approaching, and the guys you're not attracted to take the hint and not be bothered talking to you and curl up a ball and hide in a hiding hole for the rest of their life and not try. You have to embrace it all. You might be surprised who you might be attracted to, but no, you punish all the men for the sins of the few, thinking like you're the cast pajamas, calling men creeps, gross. They give you the ick for the most benign thing imaginable. Oh, you're not this tall, so no, I'm just going to write you off completely. Oh, your shirt is a little unbuttoned. Completely write you off completely. Won't even listen to you beyond that point. You done this to yourselves. You got nobody to blame but yourselves. You can't You can't even blame the bad man anymore, because it's too often the women who just write off too many guys for the littlest thing. guys just don't want to deal with it no more. Because clearly you girls are the ones who don't know what y'all want, because it changes all too often. Sometimes y'all do need to just shut the hell up, embrace the approach, and if after 5 minutes of hearing the guy out, giving a good faith exchange with the man, and if you're still not feeling it, then politely decline. I ain't talking about the pushy dudes that can't take the hint. I'm talking about in general, day-to-day life, deal with normal people, politely decline, he will walk away. But you gotta embrace all of it. Because you never know. You want the guys to come walk up to you and try to shoot their shot? If we're setting these hints, which, by the way, guys don't read your little in-between the lines hints, ladies. Because who knows, you looking over there, you might be looking at somebody behind us. Who knows? You gotta make it a little bit direct and a little bit easier for us to know that, hey, if you're looking at the guy by the ice cream section and not the guy by the soda pop section, you gotta make it clear, because those guys won't know.
Like, I just want to be pursued. And I guess I'm part of the problem.
Please hit on me only if you're hot is the reason no man approaches. You women bash average men for trying to approach on social media. We don't want to be involved in that anymore.
Hey, so do we have a romance recession? So Valentine's Day 2026, the data is out. Valentine's Day celebrations hit a record low in Australia in 2026, 24% down. So the data shows less people are celebrating Valentine's Day, fewer people are giving gifts on Valentine's Day, and then when they are giving gifts, they're spending less on those gifts. And data from Google Trends also shows that less people are searching for Valentine's Day gift ideas. So it appears that people care less. So just about the post, should we cancel Valentine's Day? It looks like many people have.
Men have woken up and realized it's an overpriced gimmick. It's just another day of marketing and money spending, nothing more. Valentine gifts feel like a forced, empty gesture. There are 365 days every year to show your partner how you feel about them. Why should that particular one be the focus?
Don't cancel me, please. I'm just starting to get
Why
followers
is
on
he
this app,
showing
but
so much of
as
these
someone who really
screen
believes
films
that
and
women are
clips?
worth their weight in gold, does anyone else feel like we're getting a little bit too money hungry, a little too this for that, a little too transactional? Like, I was overhearing like a girl having a conversation at the store, and she was like, yeah, this guy is nice or whatever. He wants to take me on a date so we can like get to know each other, but I'm not going nowhere until he pays a bill. Why would he do that? I feel like there's like a fine line that's being like played with these days, and it goes from like having standards and knowing your worth to kind of gross. Is it just me?
So many Western women...
No, it's getting prostitute. To say you're a prostitute and give up what the guy is expecting from you. Because the smart women know that, okay, I know I don't want to just give it up right away, but I want to be there. I want him to know that I'm here for him. So I'll accept a coffee date or a hike or a picnic from him, because if I'm genuinely interested in him, I'm going to go and I want to give a good faith attention and responses and get to know this person. I'm not going to expect him to pay for every little thing on my little Christmas list. Because honestly, women need to stop thinking that you're going to be walking charity cases, that guys are happily just to fund your little lives. You gotta stop that.
A sponsor. We men want a partner, not a bill. Western women made dating transactional. Now they have to deal with the consequences.
What the does that mean? I don't get why I'm still single. I don't get it. I'm a catch. What is going on in my life where I don't have a man? Or are my standards too high? Do I box myself in a corner all the time? Like nowadays.
I cannot stand when women do these little videos and they doing their makeup at the same doggone time. It's not giving complete attention to whatever audience you're trying to give attention to. Do your makeup before or after the video. We don't want to see your little routine. We don't care. Unless you're doing some kind of a specific video about makeup routines, that is the only exception. Other than that, stop it.
Men today want to be chased? What happened to masculinity? What happened to chivalry? What happened to men
Women killed
courting
it.
women? What happened to that? Back in the day, dating was so much.
I find it ironic they ask these dumbass questions. What happened to chivalry? What happened to the masculine men? And they can't sit there and take 5 minutes and look back in the past few years and see the rampant, excessive women about, like, you know, trashing men and belittling men and saying, like, I can do better on myself. I don't need no man. It's a whole slew of videos of that. Pick one. And it's stockpiled. You don't think guys would just, like, weren't going to pay attention to that? You don't think guys won't just adapt to that? Won't read the room? The girls in mass keep saying the exact same doggone thing? Because y'all so, you know, act like a herd, and then a few girls say this. They all got just to be girls. Y'all all collectively got to agree. And so few you know, go against the grain. And those are the ones that get snatched up and wiped up. And then out the next breath ask, where are the good men at? You think only the guys you deemed unattractive is going to listen, and only the handsome dudes that you probably be into are going to ignore all that and go still pursue you? Are you that dense?
Easier. And it was fun. Today's dating is hell. You give a guy your number, and all of a sudden you don't hear from them until like 3 to 4 days later. What was the point of me giving you my number? If you're not going to text me, I don't get it. The talking doesn't go as far as the actual app. There are no, oh, let me take you out to dinner. Let's go catch a movie. Let's go to a cafe and get to know each other. What's with all the endless text messages? What happened to men actually planning dates? What happened to it? I don't get it. How do you date?
Feminism happened, and we men rode along with it. You can't blame us for giving you what you wanted. It's women's problem, not our problem.
You know what the most underrated
There's lack
thing
of
about
self-awareness
basketball is? The
and
assist.
accountability.
Who knew that saying I would require a non-refundable deposit to take me on a date in 2026 would send so many broke men into a spiral? It's almost like they forget that I am paying for a babysitter, transportation, nails, hair, makeup.
A, the baby part, that's your problem. We didn't have the baby, you did. B, your little hair, makeup, all that stuff, you're going to do that irregardless. You don't sit there and start requesting a guy to do your little contours or whatever the hell for you. You do that irregardless. You want to look your best, you do that irregardless. No guy has ever asked a girl, are you going to fund my haircut? We make sure we maintain ourselves on our own. We don't expect other people to do it for us. Stop it.
Time, effort. Most of those things cost me money. Yes, I am now dating with intention. I am dating to marry, and I am going to marry a provider. And if that offends you in any
You're gonna
way,
marry
you're
a
never
pimp.
my target audience. It's like so
Because
funny
you're
to me
giving
that my
hooker.
content is actually rage bait for angry men, because I originally started posting for the girls and just to connect with like other single moms and women in general. But triggering men actually accidentally just became my favorite new hobby. So I'm going to keep doing that.
Post-wall women expecting the Disney experience is wild to me. Guys that are attractive or have money won't be dating a single mom, let alone anyone asking for a deposit. So you'll end up with desperate simps you don't want.
Okay, so how old are y'all?
I'm 22.
22? You're 19. So in the Gen Z culture, what is the relevant way of like the dating? Is it through apps? Is it through just meeting someone in person?
Like don't date. Yeah, that's just it.
Really?
Have a fuck buddy.
What?
Well, in some cases, yes, it's better to
just live life and better yourself every day, and just don't date.
And don't accept no man.
Hey, there's only 2 things in life that'll find you, and you never have to find it. That's death and love.
Hey.
But you said don't date, but you already got a man, right?
Yeah, but he came to me. I didn't go looking.
Is it like a friendly benefit, or
No,
it's serious, huh?
Yeah, serious.
But let me ask some people, y'all's generation, none of them are really into dating, huh?
No, they're just into fucking.
Yep.
What?
Into fucking, but like you can't be fucking on nobody else, but they can.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
But why?
nobody.
It's so obvious they went to TikTok University. We're in a hoe pandemic. And then they wonder why the last of the real men are going outside of the United States to find women.
My husband doesn't buy me flowers anymore. My boyfriend isn't taking me on nice dates. I wish my man did half the things that your man did for you. If this is a conversation that you are having with friends, which I've had plenty of these conversations, people coming to me saying these things, then listen up and know this conversation has nothing to do with how to get your man to do these things. I need you to do me a favor and draw a circle around yourself and work on everything inside of that circle. Is your man in that circle? No, just you. When was the last time that you did something nice for him? When was the last time you cooked him his favorite meal or baked him his favorite treats, wrote him a sweet little note, picked up something at the store that you thought that he would like? When was the last time that you inconvenienced yourself for him? Him buying you flowers, cooking you dinner, taking you on a nice date, those are all him inconveniencing himself for you. Have you even shown your gratitude to him? Have you ever been, said thank you or been appreciative of the things that he's done for you? The best piece of advice that I ever received was to outdo your spouse or significant other in love. It's easy for us women to think that we should constantly be pursued, but once you are in a partnership, it is a two-way street.
This is what men are doing in 2026. We're matching energies. We are no longer giving more than we receive. We're no longer making sacrifices for someone that doesn't appreciate anything.
One thing that I've been noticing with guys when I go out is instead of them speaking to you directly, like if you're walking, let's say you're walking down the street, right? Y'all are on your way wherever y'all go, and you're walking this way, he's walking this way, he'll wait till you pass him, like right after you pass him, to say, oh, she's gorgeous. Oh, the baddies is out tonight. Oh, I can't, did you see who we just walked? Like, oh my goodness. And it's given like girly. I'm sorry. That's something that girls do. You are a man. Why are you waiting until I walk past you to say that you think I'm fine? Am I supposed to turn around and be like, hey, you talking to me? You think I'm pretty? Me, like, you're a man. Be a man. Be bold. Stand on it. It's given passive. It's given scary. Like, are you scared to go after what you want? Because if that's the case, then you don't need to come after no woman. None at all. Not me, no woman at all. Go after, I don't know. Stay on Instagram, man. Keep it on the playground. Because it's like, for you to not say nothing until I walk past you, let me ignore you in your face. If I'm not going to talk to you, let me ignore you in your face. I'm going to ignore you behind your back, too, because I don't have no choice now. But, like, who going to be the boys? Who going to be the boys? If you expect me to turn around and be like, oh, you said I'm fine.
Guys don't want to take the risk no more. You want to just admire and move on because we don't know what we're walking into. We don't know what type of time you're on. We don't know what kind of cycle you're on. We don't know if you roll out of bed in a bad mood. We don't know the stars aligned in your freaking skull right now. We don't know if you had a bad hair day. We don't know any of that stuff. We're tired of getting burnt all the time. It's like, you can say like, oh, it's not every girl. Sure, it's not every girl. But if you roll the dice more often than not, you'll do these cold approaches and girls just kind of like, just take the little compliments, have their little high, the fact that somebody approached them so they can just kind of ride their little high and deny the guy. Irregardless of how he might look or how he approaches, you just want to have the high of denying the guy, but you just take in the benefit of the fact that you got your little oh my God, somebody talk to me. So yeah, I'm good. You just wanted that. Guys don't know if that is the type of time girls are on. There's so many of them that are on that type of time. Dating apps are bad, but at the very least we'll know that, okay, at least these people are single. We know full well they're single. We don't know, if you're dealing with a situationship and you try to, have like some other guy to try to fund your life. We don't know. Most girls are not operating on good faith. They're not single.
Said I'm fine. Hey, me, I'm fine, please. Who's gonna be the boys?
Yeah, at least make it obvious.
Women need to understand that just because we think you're attractive doesn't mean we actually want you. Sometimes we just admire beauty and move on. It's not that hard to grasp.
What is happening? Marriage in Australia is at an all-time low. Check out the trend the last 50 years. The only exception where in a year it did trend upward was directly post-COVID. So in COVID, we saw a drastic decline for obvious reasons. And then post-COVID, we saw an increase, but then it continued to trend down. The state with the highest rate of marriage is New South Wales, followed by Western Australia. And then the state with the lowest rate of marriage is Northern Territory. Now, most people aren't or opting to go.
Because most marriages are built just to benefit women. Girls get into marriages just for the spectacle of the wedding, but when it comes down to getting to the nitty gritty of the actual marriage itself, things get hard. They're ready to jump off ship. They don't want to go through the grind. Well, they say they did, but it's very blasé type of effort. So they can just claim that they actually tried. Oh, you asked them one time, can you take me out a little bit more? Oh, well, I tried. We're actually getting some in-depth conversation with the man. Oh, he works too much. He doesn't spend enough time with me. Instead of having a conversation with him, you just sit there and complain, or you just ready to just jump ship because you ain't getting your funky little way. You expect them to read your mind. It's just like, and then all of a sudden, boom, you slap them with divorce papers. And of course, we got like no fault divorce. Now, girls can come up with any excuse whatsoever to get rid of the relationship or the marriage, I should say. Guys don't want to sit there and waste their resources on ungrateful women.
It doesn't mean they're single, although the stats do show more people are living alone than in previous decades.
Men have seen their dads and uncles be erased by a bitter ex in the family court for decades. They are simply opting out rather than losing everything if the relationship fails. Fix the family court and harshly punish false claims. Problem solved.
Instead of there being a male loneliness epidemic, there should be a male sexless epidemic. And maybe there is, I just don't know. Because when I was growing up in the 99s and 2000s, as a girl who liked to shake her ass, what I see now is appalling. This is what I notice about the men. Where are the men's Adam's apples? Back in the day, we used to have real big Adam's apples. I didn't even get started on these men's penis sizes. Back in the day, they was swinging. Now, another thing I've noticed is men have very deep voices. Baritone, vibrating, just making you shiver voices. Now, everybody's voice is so high. Another thing is, have you noticed that these men can't grow beards? And if they do have facial hair, it's really spotty. Back in the day, men used to grow all kinds of facial hair and just muscles and just beautiful bodies. Now, Another thing I've noticed too is that back in the day, men used to dress to impress. And men would take such pride in their appearance. And not only did they look good, they smelled good. Like you would hone in on a man by the way he smelled. These men nowadays, with their pants taken off their ass, think a shoe game is having multiple pairs of tennis shoes, and they smell like weed. Another thing, let's talk about men staring at you at the club. They didn't do that back in the day. If a man did not dance, he was interested in you, he would at least ask you to dance a little bit, do a little two-step, hold your waist, y'all have a little conversation, y'all cackling. But now these men stare at you and they give stalker vibes. Let's talk about section behavior. You see a man in his section now, just full of men standing on the couches like they're the new baddies, standing all on the tables, on the stages, like it's so fucking weird. Women do that. And my biggest pet peeve is men used to have wallets and money clips. Now these motherfuckers got man purses. What in the... Listen, y'all new men...
I've never seen man purses before.
Instead of there being a male loneliness epidemic, y'all need a sexless epidemic.
Women now have tattoos like bikers. What happened to the women with no nose rings and no tattoos? I mean, look at you. The feminine energy is gone.
I think the men these days are being bred a little bit different. I think they're not as willing to be rejected or take a risk. And so I think that shows up when you're out and about. Like, men aren't really approaching as much as they used to. And I think they're more content kind of staying behind the phone, liking you on an app. I even get like liking my Instagram pictures a lot, or like liking my story. That's not considered making a move. Like, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to see you liking my pictures and DM me being like,
ooh.
hi. Yeah, I'm like, at minimum,
They're like
you can
baiting you to like...
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like, that's not my job.
Why is it always our fault? It is easy to blame one side and not consider the whole context or reason behind this. But that would take awareness and accountability, and you women lack them.
And you gotta play hard to get because men love the chase. They actually don't anymore, okay? They are not fucking with the chase anymore, let me tell you. Ladies, it has changed, okay? And look, I'm not actually unhappy about all of it. It's been ingrained in us as young women that not to be too easy, right? And that men love the chase and that they're only going to want you if you don't want them. And you got to play hard to get it, right? And I've always thought it was bullshit, honestly. I don't want to. That takes too much work, But now it's gone too far the other way, where they want us to literally do all the work instead. It is unfortunate that both men and women are getting fed horrible advice, horrible information from both sides. That's really honestly pitting us against each other. Let's just literally treat both men and women the same, like how we want to be treated, equally, and I think we'll be good, right?
The chase was fun when there was a chance at winning. Now it's a humiliation ritual.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but as a dating coach and matchmaker who's worked with over 6,000 men, I'm here to report that many of the traits that go along with being a nice guy do in fact hinder you in the dating market.
So let's dig into that a little deeper, because is it that, first of all, what makes a nice guy? Like, what are those traits that you're talking about that hinder you? And then also...
Why you ask that question when you don't know the freaking answer to that? The whole nice guy feeling last thing has always been a thing since the fucking 70s.
Is it in the long run that nice guys do better? So maybe you're just talking about the dating scene versus the actual sealing the deal marriage situation.
Yeah. So I want to be clear, women find kindness and empathy attractive, but oftentimes the qualities that also make a man attractive early on dating are at tension with that. So being confident, not being worried about what other people think, going after what you want are all very attractive when it comes to dating. And so if you are overly agreeable and scared of what other people think, that's going to hold you back. The classic example is the guy who's scared to rock the boat at work and go after that raise is going to be a lot less attractive to a woman than a guy who does go after that.
So before everybody goes out to get a neck tattoo and start dealing drugs, is it possible that most people, when you think of nice guys, they confuse nice guys with tryhards, and that maybe what girls really don't like are tryhards?
Absolutely. And if you are overly nice and you are afraid of what other people think, that often will hold you back from approaching a woman in person, for example. Because inherently, if you are approaching strangers, you're going to hear rejection. You're going to get people who aren't nice to you back. And so if you're scared of that tension and you're scared of that adversity, then you're going to be less likely to approach.
And it's so easy to speak on that bit of privilege side, because girls just lay in the cut and wait for people to approach them. Because if they actually try to shoot their shot with a dude, if they somehow get rejected, no matter how nice a guy is about it, they cannot handle it. Their world will shatter like they are the most unattractive person on this planet. So they are in a privileged position to not have to worry about that bit of struggle. That's why guys tend to work hard at their craft, build something of themselves, so when they, are established, women tend to gravitate towards them, then they can have their pick of the litter without having to worry about necessarily their rejection, because the attraction will already be there, and they can just pick and choose which one, and they'll just go for whatever, like, you, Becky, so like we're going to a hike, and okay, and then making it a whole lot easier rather than having to worry or concern yourself with, is she into me or not? No, you'll know at the very least. Yeah, like that's probably have to be the outlet for a lot of guys in order to gain any chance to have like a good faith interaction with women nowadays, because you don't know what your intentions are or what type of time you're on. You made it too difficult, and you put men into too many humiliation rituals, and most guys got sick of it.
And that is also something that women find unattractive.
70% divorce rate in America, and the nice guy is the problem? Guys, just stay single. These women can never be satisfied. They are always looking for something or someone to blame. Anyway, that's all for today. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe.
Women gotta learn these days. I mean, little by little, there's more women catching on to the scam that was feminism, and acknowledging they need to be held accountable for their own BS, and realizing they didn't even know what the hell they wanted in the first place. They were just saying stuff because it was trendy, and now they regret it. Anyway, I'll see you guys for the next one. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And I will see you all for the next one.